Hey folks, Duncan here. As you can see, we've got my two meads with me today. We're going to be testing them, and we are going to be racking them. We're going to be testing them to see what it tastes like. And we're also going to be testing its ABV. It's pretty much stopped bubbling about a week and a half ago. It's been in for a month. Pretty much stopped bubbling sort of 2 weeks and a bit in. So I'm going to, I'm assuming it's finished. It might not be. So we've got two flavours. We've got this one. This is a plain one, and then we've got this Dragon's Blood, as I think I dubbed it. It's cherry, spices, and chili. As a reminder, cherry meads tend to be called blood meads. They from the red, they get their nicknames from red colours that the cherries produce, and yeah, it's obviously Dragon's Blood because it's got spices in it. So yeah, they tend to say when there's no bubbling going on in these airlocks, that it tends to be fairly stable and not really doing a whole lot of action. So there's a few small bubbles in the container itself, but the bubbles in the container aren't necessarily a sign of fermentation. From what I've read, it's just a case of bubbles, carbon dioxide in the liquid itself. They tend not to be, although initially when you first start brewing them, bubbles are obviously a sign of activity, but after a while they're just a way of gas escaping from any mixture that's in the liquid itself. So we're going to take these airlocks out now, and then I've got a thing ready, I can't remember what it's called, flask ready to do some testing in, and yeah, we'll see what it's like. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I can siphon enough off of it quickly without spilling it everywhere. That'll be the challenge. So yeah, we'll try that, make some room now, and see how we get on. Yeah. Hey folks, so that is now all racked and siphoned off into the secondary fermenter. So the reason you rack it, as far as I can tell, is if you want it to ferment a little bit more, you can add stuff back into it to help it finish fermenting. It's also to help any what they call off flavours be released, because obviously you get a lot of gas building up in the container itself, and so you rack it in order to help free up some of those gases and those tastes, and you help with the flavouring process. So what I'm now going to do is test the ABV. So this is what I'm about to get out of here, is called a hydrometer, and it measures the specific gravity of a fluid, I think relative to water, and that'll basically help us work out how much sugar has been eaten and how much alcohol is in the liquid. I think when I first measured it, it had a specific gravity of 1.08. So we're just going to see that sinks straight to the bottom. So that is now, I don't know if that's supposed to have gone that low, but it's now at 1.02, or just about. That's, yeah, I've never seen that before. It's just sunk straight to the bottom. Right, so there is a formula that you can use for those who are clever enough, but I am going to cheat and use a online calculator to work out what it is. So what did I start at? I started off with 1.08. So let's just pump in the numbers. There is a formula that you can use using specific gravity, but I don't know what it is. So we're just going to use what it says here. Where did it go to? It was about 1.08 is what it was, and now it's 1.02. Well, it might be more than that, but it's sunk straight to the bottom. So we shall see. Okay, we have to 1.02. Update. So that's saying it's got an ABV of 7.88%. That is a lot less than I was expecting it to be. So there is a very strong possibility that it might be more than that, because as you can see, it sinks straight to the bottom and then bounces. So there is a possibility, because obviously I've only taken a 100 ml sample, there is a possibility that it might be stronger than that. But yeah, 7.88% is what it's saying. I may need to look into that and see if I can find any answers as to what to do, but if it's saying 7.88, that's what it is. So yeah, we're going to stick it in a glass now and see what it tastes like. Let's have a look. Let's try and find a glass. Let's just knock my siphon over. Let's just move that out of the way, because I'll knock that over. And then we'll put that out of the way temporarily as well. So all this equipment is obviously cleaned and sterilised before I use it. And yeah, let's see what it tastes like. It's an interesting colour. Let's see if I can get a good look at that. So yeah, let's see if I can zoom in on that and see if I can get a good view. And so that's what it looks like in the carboy. It's let's see if I can just lower that a little bit. So yeah, it's quite a solid red all the way through. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. It's quite a solid. Let's see if I can get it in the glass as well. In the glass, that's what it looks like. Yeah. Let's just back this up now. And yeah, my camera's about to run out of battery, so it might die in a minute, but we'll see. Interesting. It's stronger than 7.8%, that's for sure. Interesting. Definitely taste the chilies in it. You definitely taste the cherries a little bit. It's not quite, the chili taste isn't quite as strong as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely there, it's definitely noticeable. I can't quite describe the smell. Interesting, it kind of got a bitterness to it. It almost tastes a bit like beer. Yeah, no, that's quite interesting. It's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be. Smell, can't quite put my finger on the smell. Might be the different spices coming together a little bit. It's more bitter than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, so I'm going to do the same for the plain mead and see what it's like. My camera might be about to run out of battery, so I might need to update you later on that one. But yeah, so similar thing now for the plain mead, and then I will hopefully my camera won't die just yet, and you'll be able to see what the ABV is. But yeah, hopefully see you in a sec. Right, so this second mead has actually quite surprised me because it's a lot clearer than I was expecting it to be. In the primary container, it was quite there's a bit of cloudiness to it. A bit of sediments come through with the siphoning with the racking. But actually it's a lot clearer in the secondary fermenter than it was in the primary one. So I don't know if there was some silt stuck to the sides of the primary container, because it's an awful lot clearer this time around. I have a feeling we're probably going to have a similar scenario in terms of ABV, alcohol by volume, because it was the same wort, same conditions, same honey. So yeah, we'll probably see how it goes. I don't know. Yeah, straight to the bottom again. Yeah, that's saying yeah. So it's actually so it's a little bit. It's slightly lower. Maybe I think there's a little bit more in this when I put it in. So yeah, it's pretty much done exactly the same thing. So yeah, it says 7.8 ABV. I'm not sure I believe that particularly, but I don't really know of any other tests that I can do to apart from having maybe a bigger sample and a bigger measuring thing. I don't really know what I can do, so I'm going to go get a glass. I'm going to see what it tastes like. I mean, it smells like wine, which is kind of what you expect from a plain mead. So yeah, we'll see what it tastes like. Put that in there. Yeah, it tastes like wine. Yeah, there's a little bit of tartness. I think that's what I meant with the cherry one earlier. It's quite a tart flavour, but it tastes like white wine basically. I prefer this plain one to the cherry and chili one. There's something, I don't know, something not quite right with the taste and the smell of that one. So whether or not it's a case I go back and do something called back sweetening, and that's just a case of adding a little bit of water. It'll be an extra bit of honey water. Yeah, because it'd be a shame to waste that one. But yeah, no, that is interesting. The cherry and chili one, it wasn't as spicy as I was expecting it to be, considering the chilies that I put in. But yeah, this plain one is it tastes like white wine basically. Smells like white wine as well. So I think with the cherry and chili one, it might be a case of because each of them have this kind of headroom at the top. So it might be a case of topping it up with with some extra sort of honey water mixture, and then seeing how we go from there basically. But yeah, no, this is it's a lot clearer than I thought it was going to be. Tastes like a white wine basically. Don't think I need to do anything to it really. They were both in for a month. I think it was a month. I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it was, well, I mean it's been 4 weeks, so that's what I mean by a month rather than a calendar month. Pretty sure it's 4 weeks, but yeah, so they had the same conditions, same everything basically. Yeah, but they've both come out quite differently. That, I think tart is probably what I meant by instead of bitter for that cherry one. That's probably the word that I meant. So yeah, that one could probably benefit from I don't know, going back to it, and so it's got so it's probably got about this much headroom in that cherry one. That's probably down to it having extra bits in it compared to this one. So yeah, I'll probably go back and back sweeten it. I've got some more honey for the next batch, which I might do. I need to plan and see what to do with it, but yeah, it'd be interesting. It probably needs some work on it, probably more experimenting. But yeah, it's yeah, slightly disappointed with it, but this one's better than I was expecting it to be. So yeah, some you win, some you lose, unfortunately. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. Quick thing, if you like what's on this channel, I've set up a Patreon, so it's $1 a month, and you get all the videos early, and then you get extra stuff, some extra behind the scenes stuff. There's not any for this video because it's not that interesting, but yeah, there's also a $3 a month tier, and yeah, you'll get all special extras for that one. Yeah, so there's going to be more videos coming. I've got a series of videos that I'm planning and writing scripts for. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, I'll stick a link to that in the bottom, in the description box below. Brain before mouth, engage. So yeah, that'll be in the link below. There'll be a Ko-fi account and a Buy Me a Coffee account linked in there, and that's more of a one-off, like $2 or $3 payment kind of thing. For those that like the channel and want to support it, you don't have to. There's no expectation to. But yeah, if you can and you want, that'd be much appreciated. And you'll get some cool stuff, hopefully. Anyway, like and subscribe if you want to see more content. That also helps out a lot. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty more excuse me, plenty more experimenting coming. So yeah, goodbye, and thank you for watching.